Have you ever suddenly realized you need a copy of your birth certificate and immediately dreaded the thought of standing in some endless DMV-style line? Well, what if I told you that bypassing all that bureaucratic red tape is absolutely possible? Let's dive into this explainer and completely demystify how to secure your vital records in Virginia, entirely from the comfort of your own couch.
So, I want to start off by asking you a quick question. Did you know that getting a certified copy of your Virginia birth certificate online can take literally just 5 minutes? It's true. The state has quietly built this remarkably modern digital system. If you gather the right digital documents beforehand, you can knock out this entire application natively right in your web browser. It is a massive time saver compared to the old-school, physical mail-in methods we're all used to. Okay, to make this as efficient as possible, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with a quick introduction, move into requirements and eligibility, outline the dual-track process, break down costs and payments, do some quick troubleshooting, and wrap it all up with a conclusion.
All right, part 1, introduction. Let's talk about that digital convenience.
Now, the primary gatekeeper of your records is the Virginia Department of Health, or VDH. Historically, their Office of Vital Records has been, well, incredibly busy. We're talking about an office fielding an average of 30,000 phone calls and dealing with 9,000 walk-in visitors every single month. By leveraging their online systems, you get to completely skip those physical waiting rooms. You just instantly connect with their database to request certificates dating all the way back to 1912.
Moving right along to Section 2, Requirements and Eligibility. Who exactly is allowed to get these records?
The absolutely crucial point here is that Virginia strictly limits access to these documents, to prevent identity theft. Obviously, you can request your own certificate if you're over 18 or an emancipated minor. But if you're requesting for someone else, you've got to be an immediate family member. We're talking a current spouse, parent, adult child, or adult sibling. Grandparents can actually request it too, but only if their own child is listed as a parent on the certificate. Or, alternatively, a legal representative with an original, notarized power of attorney can handle the request.
Now, to apply online, Virginia enforces a pretty strict identification structure. You'll need clear digital images of your ID following their one primary or two secondary rule. A primary ID is something robust like an unexpired U.S. passport, a photo driver's license, or a military ID card. Don't have one of those? No problem. You just have to provide two secondary IDs instead. Those can be things like a certified school transcript, a Medicare card, or even a utility bill from the past 6 months. Getting these scanned or photographed clearly before you even begin is the absolute secret to that 5-minute success.
All right, Section 3, the dual-track process. Let's look at your 2 online pathways.
So, Virginia uses what we call a dual-track system for vital records. Basically, you have to choose your path. You can either go with the direct, state-managed VDH portal, which is definitely your cost-effective, standard processing option, or you can use their authorized third-party partner, VitalCheck. VitalCheck is specifically built for expedited courier speed delivery. Let's break down the step-by-step for both of these.
If you go the budget route with the state's direct portal, you'll head over to the official VDH web address you see here. First up, just select birth as the record type. Next, you've got to enter some precise biographical data. This means the registrant's full name, date and place of birth, and, this is a big one, the mother's full maiden name. Then you declare your relationship, upload those digital ID files we just talked about, and electronically sign. Boom! The whole shebang happens natively in your browser. No printing, absolutely no mailing.
Now, alternatively, if you need this document fast and opt for VitalCheck, you'll start at vitalcheck.com and select Virginia. You'll fill out a pretty similar digital form. But look at step 3 here. This is a real game changer. VitalCheck uses a real-time LexisNexis identity validation system. It instantly cross-references your information against public records and credit registries to prove you are exactly who you say you are. If you pass this automated check, you get to skip the manual ID upload entirely. Then you just pick your shipping speed like UPS Next Day Air and check out.
Let's move into Section 4, Costs and Payment Methods. Let's talk about what this actually costs out of pocket.
This table perfectly contrasts your financial options. By Virginia law, the statutory search fee through the direct VDH portal is a flat $15, and that includes standard USPS delivery. That is for sure your absolute cheapest route. But if you use VitalCheck, the baseline record fee jumps up to $20.80, plus they tack on a non-refundable $12.70 service fee. So your minimum cost there is $33.50. And if you need commercial convenience and add an overnight UPS delivery, your maximum total can hit $53. Basically, you're paying a premium for that speed.
Please do not let payment errors slow you down here, because there are some very strict rules to be aware of. While the state portal happily accepts standard debit or credit cards, VitalCheck strictly requires a credit card. And more importantly, because they're fighting high identity theft risks, VitalCheck is incredibly rigid about security. The billing address on your credit card absolutely must match the exact physical address where you want the certificate shipped. Oh, and a quick heads up. Across the board, if a record requires an amendment or correction, an extra $10 administration fee applies.
Okay, Section 5. Troubleshooting and common issues. Because even with a digital system, bureaucracy can hit a snag.
First off, keep an eye on the calendar. The Vital Records Office considers February through September to be their peak season, so standard processing times might stretch out a bit. Second, if you use VitalCheck and that fancy automated ID check fails, which honestly can happen if you just recently moved, don't panic. The system will simply prompt you to manually upload digital photos of your physical ID. Finally, what if you're a new parent requesting a newborn certificate but you don't have a valid ID? Virginia actually has a brilliant alternative pathway for you. You can submit a proof of birth letter from your hospital alongside a letter from your prenatal care provider.
And hey, if you get completely stuck or maybe your application requires some really complex amendments, this right here is your lifeline. The VDH Vital Records Customer Care Center. You can dial them up at 804-662-6200. They're available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Bringing us to Section 6, Conclusion and Disclaimer. Let's submit your action plan. So what you should really take away from this explainer is that preparation is everything. First, confirm you're legally eligible to make the request. Next, before you even open a new browser tab, take clear, legible photos of your required ID documents. Then, simply choose your track, the VDH Direct portal if you're on a budget, or VitalTech if you need it expedited by courier. And always double-check your spelling, especially your mother's maiden name, before you hit submit.
Now, I do need to include this very important disclaimer. The fees, procedures, and portals we discussed in this explainer are accurate as of our source data up to July 24th, 2026. However, as we all know, government protocols and pricing structures definitely evolve. You should always verify the latest, most current requirements directly on the official Virginia Department of Health website before starting your application.
It is honestly amazing how much bureaucratic red tape we can cut through with just a little bit of preparation and the right digital tools. Getting a vital document doesn't have to mean sacrificing an entire afternoon anymore, which kind of leaves you to wonder what other traditionally tedious government processes have quietly become this efficient while we weren't looking. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy navigating.